Junkies.
Well, let's talk Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yes.
So we've had a couple of special episodes. We haven't had a chance to talk about Falcon and Winter Soldier too much, but in the past 3 weeks, we've had some really great drama, highs and lows, some really great quotes, such as the Dora Milaje have jurisdiction where the Dora Milaje find themselves to be. I mean, I swear to God, Florence Kasumba must kiss her agent for giving her this role, because she is the two baddest of most badass female lines in the MCU. Mm-hmm. And she ain't even got superpowers, like John Walker quickly found out. Anyway, so let's talk about Falcon and let's talk about Falcon and Winter Soldier the past 3 weeks. What's you guys' take on it as we approach the finale for this week?
I mean, it's just been great. It's like reading a comic book all over again. Anytime you do espionage or just stuff like that, it's gonna come out great, because you can't really mess it up. But we already know that Marvel has been tight grip with the writing and the direction they're going. So it's been great. And
go ahead.
Yeah, it's pretty much it's been
well, great. Speaking of that, I and maybe GQ can talk to this, but I find some people have not liked this as much. I think it's a certain segment of the fandom that believe that there's a little bit too much. There's not enough action. There's a little bit too much touchy-feely.
So what movie have they been watching before this? Like, I don't understand that.
Well, let's be clear.
Yeah.
Falcon and Winter Soldier is very, very, very focused on the trials and tribulations of being a black man in America.
Right.
And also how veterans are treated when they come home.
Right.
So GQ, speak to that a little bit, and why maybe some people may not be feeling this show like they might have been feeling WandaVision. Because I kind of get this feeling that while some people really enjoy this show, there's other people that are just like, I'm not feeling it quite as much because of this other aspect.
Because they need to broaden their horizons and just broaden your horizons and learn how to, deal with a story that's going to tell you a story. That's the same. It's the same group of people that said Endgame wasn't good, because it's like, okay, Endgame was different than Infinity War because it needed to be. It needed to be the effects of, here's the downfall of half the universe being snapped away. Mm-hmm. So you're going to have some, we got to regroup and figure this out, because this is unprecedented. Falcon and Winter Soldier, I appreciate that show for the story it's telling, because it's like, for one, like you said, they are dealing with racism head on. They're not like sugarcoating it. They're not being kid gloves about it. Mm-hmm. They're going in. So it's like, I appreciate that, because a lot of people complain we never get that. It's like, okay, well, here it is. So shut up and stop complaining. I like Bucky's story because I really enjoyed that episode when he found out that the words don't work anymore. Mm-hmm. Like, that was a really powerful scene, seeing that.
It really
so
was.
It's like, they're dealing with post-traumatic stress. They're dealing with racism. They're dealing with how veterans are treated. They're dealing with how Isaiah Bradley was treated. Like, all of that stuff, all the stuff they're dealing with is pretty heavy, and the action is still there. Mm-hmm. Every episode has had a good, series of action sequences. So it's like, what more can you possibly want? So I'm enjoying it all the way through thoroughly.
I absolutely am too. Dido, speak a little bit to what have you gotten out of the show, especially with some of the characters that are returning, like, say, because Baron Zemo is killing it.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of going to say, because, like, whenever you do movies, you're going to have a certain, unless they're really not so, what's the word, when you got so many characters in it you got to focus on, you can focus on, just a few characters, you can actually flesh out their development. Mm-hmm. But when TV shows come along, you can get a lot more character development, and a lot of people tend to like Zemo because you actually see the type of person that he is, in Captain America Civil War, you saw this side of Zemo. That side is still kind of there, but you see a little bit more because he's in a lot of episodes and they can actually put some of that stuff in there. So I thought that was kind of cool. Like how you said, they're fleshing out how, Bucky is, they're fleshing out how Sam is. They're doing a lot of stuff with the character development and making you like the characters a lot more, because they didn't have any movies of their own. They're all secondary characters in the movies that they were in. Mm-hmm. And we're really focused on them. Now they're being focused on, and I think they're doing a really good job.
I think that's what it is. Like, Marvel has even the smallest character, you like them because they develop them so well. And you can hate Marvel if you want to, and like, they're doing a great job no matter what. Mm-hmm. Hate it or love it, They're doing a great job because they're taking the smallest characters and building them up to like what's his name's character in WandaVision? What is his name? Darcy and
Jimmy Woo.
Jimmy Woo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to have a show.
And to
I
be
do
awesome
too.
Yeah.
if they do have it.
And
that
they
would be cool.
they build these small characters up and make them so great. And that's how it is in the books too as well. They build these characters up, and that's what it's all about. You want character development. You don't want
do.
somebody just bland because you're not gonna pay attention to them. You don't care about them.
I do find that there's a certain aspect of fandom that they enjoy superhero movies, but they don't enjoy character development. They just want
Exactly.
mindless fun.
Yeah.
That's not what Falcon and Winter Soldier was ever intended to be.
No.
It was mindless fun. Now, in the comments, there's a lot of things talking about in the comics. Like Megatron is saying, people like the show, but I know some whites felt a certain way about Bucky's arm and having that failsafe built into it. Talked about that. I
That was funny.
I found that
that was-
whole
yeah.
argument to be nonsensical.
Yeah.
I don't understand why in the heck people think that. Why when you put that? Okay, they did what they did to do to get that taken out of his brain, and it seemed to have worked. But what if they missed something? You don't know. Well, we
Right.
got a way to stop him without actually killing him because we could easily do that,
Right.
or we could just shut him down, help him out again, and keep moving forward.
Wait, so people was mad about that?
Apparently there's people out there
Dude,
that
there
are
was
mad.
whole
Okay.
Twitter thread.
They find all sorts of
Let
things
me
to get mad
explain
about.
something to everybody. And Megatron know this because now introduce him to Black Panther, and what he did with Tony Stark, he bought cables to listen into his whole conversation. He has fail-safe plans to do everything. He whooped Fantastic Four's ass. So you mean to tell me he doesn't have a fail-safe plan to take out Bucky? Come on now.
This actually speaks to some people and their inherent bias.
Yeah, of course.
People had zero problem with Tony Stark shutting down Spider-Man's suit that he gave. But the instant the Wakandans have a failsafe for their own technology, it's a problem.
Doesn't make any sense.
It's a
Whatever.
problem.
I mean, okay.
It was nonsensical.
Casidius is asking if we think that Contessa is Madame Hydra. It's very possible. That's one of her aliases.
That is one of her aliases. And so, I'm sorry, you were saying?
I was just gonna say because the whole thing is, are they trying to tell us if it is Madam Hydra that Hydra did not get wiped out?
Cut off
Well,
one head.
there was
Exactly. You know
two
what
more
I'm
take his
saying?
place.
take his place. No one ever thought that Hydra. I never thought Hydra was
Right,
gone.
exactly. You know the
I
vibes.
never thought Hydra was gone.
You know the vibes.
Did she
Yeah.
ever work with Doom?
Probably. I don't know. Now, the Contessa, for those of you out there that don't know, and that was a money casting by Marvel again. Julia Louis-Dreyfus is the Contessa. My mouth hit the floor when I saw her.
I
was
just
like,
wish we would have got to see it in proper order because she was supposed to have been introduced in
in
Black Widow.
Black Widow.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Maybe she does.
No.
No,
I'm saying,
she was-
remember, we were supposed to see her
No,
already.
no, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Is she going to be?
Yes.
She,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that movie's done.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I know that. I'm just saying because, of course, because it's supposed to have been out a long time ago, and I have not gone to IMDb to see who's in the goddamn thing, like I would have had we watched it last year.
Yeah, because I think her being in this episode, the episode that we saw was supposed to have been not some huge surprise, but I mean it was supposed to be something like movie crossover again.
Right.
So I got one more thing. As far as Falcon goes, the character, I wasn't really feeling Falcon like previously, but like towards like Infinity War and Endgame, I was like, okay, I'm starting to feel him. But this show, I feel him more. I like him as a character. I like Anthony Mackie playing Falcon now.
What made you resonate with him more?
I think he was showing his humility, and he was showing like, yo, I got to do this. I need to do this, and that's pretty much how Falcon is.
Because you could understand
Yeah.
why he gave up the shield.
Exactly.
He felt like the burden was too heavy for him. Even though Steve put this on him, he didn't believe that he was the right person for this job to
Right.
do that because he had all that baggage to go along with
Correct.
it. He's a black man in America. He's a black superhero in America.
Right.
He's not a king like T'Challa is.
Can't get along.
Can't get along.
Can't get along,
Can't get along.
which is still baffles me, but
Can get run up by the cops when he's not in his superhero costume.
Yeah.
What makes you think he could be Captain America?
Right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying? So I get it. And Bucky coming for his head, I understand why
Oh, yeah.
Bucky would be upset.
Both sides.
But I can definitely understand why Sam would be, show that hesitancy. Now, here's what we haven't talked about. We haven't talked about John Walker and U.S. Agent. Wyatt Russell, we saw him in that first episode reveal. Great value, Captain America, all the memes. The shit was great.
Yeah.
Looking like my man from Up.
Yeah, that was
Now he completely got the great value shield too, man.
Yes, he
It's
does.
like, come on,
yes,
dude.
he does. So let's talk about John Walker and his eventual descent into madness and desperation. What do we think of John Walker and his arc, even in this story?
perfect.
Okay.
To me, he just like he's pulling off the from the comics, definitely, and people may not understand that because they felt like, oh, he's being an asshole. That's not Cap. Well, of course it's not Cap. He's not trying to be Cap. He has his own identity, and then now it's gonna come out even more since he got stripped from it. So now you about to see a whole different ass. And from what I read about him, he's 10 times stronger than Cap. Right? Am I correct?
Well, he has an improved version of the serum.
Right. So he's gonna be washing people in the next coming episode or the next episode.
Well, it's possible he got washed.
Yeah, he got washed. But yeah, he got washed. But he ain't fucking with them. But,
Right.
But,
Well, that
like,
was before he got his serum.
yeah,
though.
before he got a serum. True.
That was before he got
That's
the
what
serum.
made him want to take it.
Right.
Exactly.
No.
When he got humbled by them black
And the
Oh,
people.
you're talking.
Last
Yeah. No.
episode.
Okay, I see what you're
Falcon
saying.
and Bucky.
But you got to
Oh,
remember,
yeah.
Bucky is a super soldier
Bucky's a
too,
super
though.
soldier,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
So
And
I mean,
he
that's
has way more
way
fighting
more experience.
than him.
Way more.
Way more.
All right, so let's see.
I see something that I wanted to touch on, though, because I was thinking the exact same thing. Because
is
Sidious
Steve
says,
dead?
where's Steve? Is Steve dead? Now, that was something that I wanted to understand as well, because he was sitting on that bench, which means he lived his life out. He didn't use any teleportation device to get there.
Right.
So he still has to be around.
No, he's probably still around, but
So why don't they just go talk to his ass?
No, he collecting that AARP, man. What you talking about? He
Like, hey.
over there playing bingo and having chess matches against young cats in the park.
But Bucky act like
park.
he's dead.
Sitting out there with Magneto.
in Brooklyn,
No,
yes.
I'm sure Falcon knows where he's
I
at.
can't talk to my old
Yeah.
friend.
Like, yeah, Steve is gone.
But I get what you're saying, but that bringing Evans back for this is probably too much of an ask.
Yeah.
I think. Just,
Oh, come on. That
dude, 20 million an episode only goes so far.
Right.
Right. Now he
And
got
they're already-
25 million for this.
All the original Avengers are 20 million a movie now,
Yeah.
or 20 million an
Maybe
appearance, except for obviously Downey Jr. He's always above all of that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
you
no,
ain't
I-
getting Cap.
Yeah, but no, I think, and honestly, we haven't talked about the Flag Smashers. We've kind of run out of time on this topic. Maybe we're
We're talking about the next topic is Winter Soldier.
This is true. This is true. All right, so let's roll it in. So honestly, if we're talking about the overall villains or kind of the plot device that is the Flag Smashers, I understand their struggle too, because they were people that weren't blipped away. And then all of a sudden, when the people that were blipped away come back, now they find themselves displaced because everybody's worried about the people that were miraculously returned to them. And now all of a sudden, they have nothing for these people that were already here. The main, the leader, I forget her name.
Carly Morgan.
Morgenthau.
It was Carl in the comics, but whatever.
Right. She, I don't even find her to be well-meaning anymore.
think she
It's
lost
gone
it.
beyond that after she took the serum.
Yeah,
Because when she killed Battlestar, that pretty much ruined it for her.
I don't think she already had the serum before that.
She did.
She was well-meaning before.
She was.
She realized that now she's backed into a corner. She has no choice.
Yeah.
So that finalized her radicalization.
Yeah. And Zemo was right. I mean, everything he's saying about her is right. It's like, Sam, I know you want to save her, but you can't. She's radicalized beyond the point of no
I mean,
return.
like you said, I'm a Baron, Sam.
Yeah.
Dude,
Dude, I swear.
Baron Zemo is like one of my favorite characters.
I always like Baron Zemo.
Yes.
Yeah,
was real.
it makes me wonder because we got the Megashine out there, and I remember after we finished watching Civil War, and he was like, "Oh, that bullshit! He's supposed to kill him. He's supposed to kill him." I'm just like, bro, they obviously got plans for him, and
see-
those
Yeah.
plans.
That's how you play a long game.
This is why you don't kill villains. This is why you
Yes.
don't kill great villains.
We're not Warner Brothers where
Right.
they kill every villain, every movie. Let's
I love that
kill
jab.
them.
I love the jab.
Hold on.
Hey.
Did you really just say you can't trust a light-skinned woman with freckles?
Wow.
That's colorism, buddy.
Wow.
Well,
bruh.
considering his
up,
wife
Michael?
has freckles. and
Thank you
his
for
wife's
Uh-oh.
resubscribing.
Not
Thank you
it.
for resubscribing, Michael.
Thank you, Michael Fosbeck. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, you can't trust a light-skinned girl with no freckles. That's gonna. That's
Okay,
gonna
I'm just gonna leave that one alone.
Yeah, leave that one alone. So, but no, seeing the contestant
King to King,
After
which he could
his,
dance like Zemo.
after his dressing down.
Uh-huh.
After Walker's dressing down in front of the committee and being stripped of Captain America, and seeing the Contessa basically proposition him. Obviously, this leads a lot of people to believe that she's creating either the Dark Avengers or she's creating the Thunderbolts, possibly.
But where's Ross involved?
I don't think any of that
I don't
happened.
know.
We don't know. Okay.
I like the.
But did they say it was a picture of him? The leak that he was walking on set somewhere.
I don't remember hearing that.
Who,
Yeah, there
Ross?
You're talking about
Yeah.
the Contessa, right?
No, I'm talking
No,
about
Ross.
Thunderbolt Ross.
No.
actor.
I mean, she's putting together the Dark Avengers.
Possibly.
Yes.
We don't know.
Oh, yeah,
but what I'm
probably.
saying
Thank
is,
you, Minority Games. Appreciate it. So I didn't see
it was
him,
a while back.
but he's supposed to be in Black Widow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so that's might be the picture
Yeah.
that was leaked. By.
Yeah,
Okay.
He's supposed to be
yeah,
a
he's
Black
supposed to
Widow.
be Black Widow,
Gotcha.
looking
Right.
a little bit younger.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's
Um,
probably what I saw then.
They could have. Okay, Megatron's very confused here. They could have put anyone in a position that should have used Claw. Claw doesn't have any real ties to Cap like that for that storyline. That wouldn't
Claw's
have.
dead.
No, Claw has ties to Cap like back in the day, but it's like that wouldn't have worked for Civil War. They already had Claw involvement in Age of Ultron, and having him in Black Panther worked perfectly because that was part of the crux of the conflict.
Right.
It was like you didn't kill Claw.
And Zemo was perfect because Zemo is a Machiavellian villain.
Yep.
He's a thinker. He's not a fighter.
Exactly.
Even though he can fight,
Yeah.
but he's a thinker. He will outsmart you,
Yep.
and that's what
That's
makes
how
him.
he's
That's what
been.
makes him so great. That's what makes him so
I ain't
great.
seen nothing wrong with Marvel so far. That's just me. So that's why I'm glad they've been doing everything. That long game. The long game is strong. Yeah.
I mean, look, I'm gonna be real. Like they average, how many movies they have? 25 now. They're about to have 25, and they've made what, over $25 billion. So straight up, like that's average. Their average is $1 billion a movie. Like nobody else can touch that right now. That's insane. Like that's not even.
Shang-Chi about to make $2 billion.
Yeah. And
Why?
Yeah, we didn't
Yeah?
get to talk about that Shang-Chi trailer, but King to King, being a veteran himself,
Appreciate your
says,
service.
Yes,
he said, "I almost cared about Walker doing that trial." He's that "you built me" line. That's real.
Oh,
And
no doubt.
honestly, that was 100% the truth.
No doubt.
Yeah.
They literally built this man into what he is.
They took this man pension
They
away.
kind
They
of did
took
what they
everything
did
away from this
to
dude. Yeah.
Isaiah Bradley, though. They
They did the same thing to him.
Same thing.
They did the
basically
same thing to him.
like they don't give a care about any of that stuff. But the thing with Isaiah Bradley, and we didn't talk about him, is that Captain America. Go back and watch Captain America, the first Avenger. Remember that one? Captain America did the exact same thing, where he basically left, went AWOL to go help out people who were captured.
Oh, yeah.
Where they were just gonna leave him alone, and
Yep.
he was a hero, and then
And then
Isaiah Bradley
yeah.
was.
Was like, bump that.
Yeah.
These are my people.
Right.
These are my brothers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get them.
Nah, the cool thing is though, I like the fact that Walker is basically the other guy that Colonel Phillips wanted to be Cap in the original First Avenger. That's basically the same archetype, same prototype. So I like the fact that you're seeing like, okay, you got somebody that they're servicemen, but they're a bully.
Right.
So it's like, okay, you give him the serum, and
Yeah.
here's what your result is.
Walker is a good soldier. He's
Yep.
not a good man. Like, and it's hard for you to say he's not a good man. I think he's a good man deep down, but he's tied to his orders more than he is being able to use his rational sense to make a good judgment.
True.
Yeah.
Isaiah was not the first Cap. Isaiah was another attempt to recreate Cap.
Yeah. So there's been some confluence about this. The thing was in the comics, and I believe the backstory was it's a clear parallel to Steve. Whereas when Erskine was killed, they didn't want to have Steve be the only one. They wanted to find someone else to recreate the serum and redo it. They weren't going to experiment on one.
they even
white
showed that
first.
in the movie. They showed
did.
them trying to, basically take as much blood as they could and analyze it, see what they could do.
And that's it. Razor Black 23 is right. Isaiah pulled the same stunt that Steve did, but he got arrested for it
Yep.
because he was the only one that was left that was stable. Everybody else was dying. So, which I thought was, here. And shout out to Carl Lumbly for playing Isaiah
Mantis.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the dude from Mantis.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carl. And the voice of
the voice of Martian Manhunter.
Yeah, I knew
Manhunter.
that part.
Yeah.
I just Mantis is so old, man. I kind of forgot. I mean,
love
like
that show.
it's vaguely in my memory. Guy in a wheelchair has a suit. That's all I
That's
remember.
all you need to know.
All right. Hey, we hope you enjoyed that clip. Make sure you check out our live content on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/culturejunkies. We also have a lot of content available on YouTube, unboxings as well as Blu-ray reviews. And you can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/culturejunkies. And on top of all of that, if you go to culturejunkies.net, you can check out our merch store. The link is culturejunkies.net/merch. There's a lot of great merchandise there. So there's links and logos and stuff all around me. So check those out, and we will see you next time.